Tuesday, October 11, it came to light that in court that Blay and Associates is representing these suspects. Blay and Associates stated in a letter they released earlier today to the media, and I'm quoting a portion of it that says, "To us, it would seem that our clients are collateral victims of a matter that is of great national concern. We understand the deep-seated anger and sentiment on any story on illegal mining evokes in Ghanaians. Even worse is when those accused are foreign nationals because of the extensive degradation and pollution of water bodies laid at their doorsteps." We are going to interrogate this letter from Blay and Associates in detail in a moment. We've been joined in studio by Dennis P Wedam, who is with our research desk here at Media General, to look at how else the Freddie Blay and his colleagues at Blay and Associates are justifying their decision to represent these persons in court. Thank you for joining us, Dennis. First of all, what is the justification? Are you able to go through the letter and tell us why they think that they just want to represent these people in court?
Well, they start off by saying that they think the conversation in the public has largely been misconceived and that there's been some misconstruction of the facts, trying to put them in a bad light, for which reason they put out the statement to clarify all those things and get them out of the way. Now, they also make the case that as people who are standing trial or as accused persons, they also have the right to fair trial, which include fair representation. And they, as a law firm who are believers of the 1992 Constitution, think that it's appropriate that they also take up that matter and that they are operating within the confines of the law by way of fair representation and fair trial. So that's what they're essentially doing. They also make the case that they understand that there's a deep-seated displeasure among Ghanaians regarding Galamsey issues, but that's within the confines of the law, they haven't done anything wrong. They go on to restate the facts as they are to make the case that the people in question were actually people that Aisha Huang sold her shop to when she was first repatriated from the country. And that even on her second arrest, what happened was that they were not there when she was arrested. She was arrested at a different place, different time, and that their clients, who are 4 in number, 3 of them being Chinese, 1 of them being a Vietnamese, were also picked up on a later date, and that the facts are separate. The facts on which Aisha Huang are tried are different from the facts on which these 4 individuals are tried, even though it links to Galamsey. Essentially, when Aisha Huang was leaving Ghana the first time, she sold her shop in Kumasi to them, and that business is still running, and that since she left the country in 2017, there's not been any engagement with them whatsoever, and that's when the issue came up again, they came to pick them up. They insist that their clients are guilty, innocent, sorry, they are innocent until proven guilty, and that is the basis of the law. And for that matter, they do not think that they've done anything wrong when it comes to this. For them, it's just a pursuit of fair trial, and that the law has to take its course, and that they're doing this in the interest of justice and nothing else.
Thank you very much, Dennis P Wedam, with that quick detail of the letter that has been released by Blay and Associates. They are lawyers for 4 persons who are involved with Aisha Huang. In fact, they are not representing Aisha Huang. However, persons who have been arrested in connection with Aisha Huang are being represented by Blay and Associates. The confusion really is that, or the bone of contention is that these Blay and Associates, or Freddie Blay, who is the head of or lead for the council, is that he a former chairman of a government that is, or a party that is fighting Galamsey. So people are saying that there is a very likely issue of conflict of interest. Awula Serwah has joined us via phone for a quick chat. She's the co-coordinator, or coordinator, I should say, of Eco-Conscious Citizens Ghana. Good afternoon, madam, and thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, and thank you for inviting me.
Are you also of the view, do you share the sentiment of many Ghanaians who say that there is a clear conflict of interest here of a man who should be supporting his government fight Galamsey, deciding to represent persons being accused of the same crime that government is trying to fight?
Well, I mean, wearing my legal hat, everybody needs fair representation, and anybody is innocent until proven guilty. What we can see happening is that we need to have confidence in our legal system. If we have a good legal system, the police have conducted their investigation, and the right evidence is brought before the court, then we expect the right conclusion. So if everybody is playing their role, the police, and then the right evidence is brought before the court, if they are guilty, they should be found guilty regardless of who their counsel is. The facts will have to speak for themselves. Because of our legal system, everybody needs fair representation. But I do understand the perception. I do understand the perception. And I do understand that people are also wondering what is happening regarding Accra Mining Limited, because they are also closely connected to the NPP. I know that the word out there is that when will the directors be prosecuted for finding their way into a protected forest reserve. So these are the concerns agitating the minds of Ghanaians.
And, clearly it looks as though they believe that they respect the sentiment of Ghanaians. However, these are individuals that also need representing in court. What outcome are you expecting? Whether or not they are found guilty by the court, how should Ghanaians relate to Mr. Blay and his firm when, all of this comes to an end?
Well, what I'll say is that, if you are a lawyer, your duty is to advocate for your client. So you are presenting the evidence they are giving you. They are alleged to have committed crimes. We don't know whether they did or they didn't do. So, but I would say that obviously Ghanaians are concerned that it appears that too many people connected to the ruling party are either engaged in illegal mining or defending people in illegal mining. But these are as it means, we should have confidence in our court, confidence in the police that they've conducted thorough investigations, and if this has been done, the right verdict will be given. Having said that, the perception will remain. The perception will be remain that too many people in high office, whether connected to the ruling party or not, are engaged in Galamsey, and that's the reason why we are not making any headway. We know who the persons are, but it doesn't seem like any action is being taken against them. That is the concern Ghanaians have. We know about the women's chairman of the NPP, whose executors were burned. Was any action taken against her? So that's where the perceptions are coming from, that if you're too close to the party, it appears, that's a perception, that you can break the law with impunity and nothing much things to happen to you.
Okay. We thank you so much for your thoughts as always. Awula Serwah, coordinator of Eco Conscious Citizens Ghana. Thank you.